Seeing this and you know what time it is. Tonight we're going to be going out for green snakes and water snakes, something we do a lot, but I would love to do it before it hard freezes again and then we can't find any more ever. So I will let you guys know if we find anything, of course. Wish me luck. Hopefully we'll find something cool. I'll see you guys in a bit. Boys, it is a tad bit chillier tonight than I was expecting, but it's been super warm recently, and this is weather that I've known green snakes to still be out in. But first herp of the night is right over there. I don't know how well you can see him, but there's a little green tree frog just chilling there. Love those guys. Very common species of amphibian in Louisiana. I believe they're actually our state amphibian. I'm just walking around here hoping to see a green snake. This side of the river, all the area where they usually hang out has been mowed down, so I don't know if we're actually going to see any, but I'm still going to look. We're really going to try. Anyways, I'll check back in with you guys later. We're not really going to disturb them too much, but we didn't find any snakes yet. But under here, I think those are rats in that hole. There's a nest of some type of small mammal. Yeah, that'll probably be better. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they are. They look kind of like rats. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, that's what this size of burrows kind of says to me. I haven't found anything else inside that tree frog, but we're just going to put this back down and leave him be. We don't really want to mess with him too much. What I'm looking for, but up there in that tree, coiled up nicely sleeping, is a little ribbon snake. Probably a western, considering the habitat, but maybe it's an eastern. Ribbon snakes will oftentimes, especially in these kind of wetlands areas, sleep up in trees above the water, just kind of draped about like that. Okay, ribbon snakes are decently common. I don't really want or desire to have any pictures of, and he's looking like he's going to be difficult to catch. Oh, it's starting to rain. Anyways, cool first snake of the night. We're going to move on, but yeah. It's that time again. Last night was kind of a bust. We saw a ribbon snake. Maybe tonight we'll see some green snakes. Unlike last night, we're starting with where I expect to see things, so that if it does decide to rain, regardless of the forecast, I might be able to find the stuff worth photographing, the stuff worth photographing. Okay, this owl just swooped down in front of my car, and it grabbed something, and I don't know if it's a snake or if it's a frog or a bug, or what, but it's just sitting here. Oh my god. So I'm not completely certain, but I'm pretty sure those are chorus frogs. And we're not really gonna get out. I don't think there are anything remotely close to the road. It's an impressive Christmas light display. Typically I don't stop for frogs, but it's one of the first ones we've seen all night, and there's some pretty cool ones calling, so we're gonna go check out and see what it is. Okay, so it's just a really pretty leopard frog. Hello there, sir. It's you. Alright. Go, get off the road. Come on, you're gorgeous, you're gorgeous. No, don't go towards my car, Guys, so I am stuck at school today waiting for my little brother, so I've decided to go to one of my nearby salamander spots, and it is nice to see finally reflooded again. I was expecting this a little bit earlier this year for some reason, and it didn't happen, but now we are back, which means hopefully that marbled salamander eggs that were laid did hatch and are now all up in these waters. We're not going to be looking for them too much. I'm only really going to disturb my logs that aren't there. This does mean that a lot of my logs that I typically flip and my boards and stuff are completely submerged, but that means that maybe other areas will be producing, and I don't know, maybe we'll see some cool stuff. It's actually decently warm today, even though it was pretty cold last night, so we might get lucky and see a snake, even though I haven't really seen any of those since the new year, but we'll see. Anyways, I will check back in with you guys later. That's kind of exactly what I was hoping to see. As you guys know, this is one of my very good marbled salamander spots, and here we have a pretty large dude just chilling down here, as you can see. This one looks to be a bit duller and a bit fatter, so my opinion is that this is a female, although I can't really tell you for certain. It is still pretty bright, considering that, as far as I'm aware, they should be starting to calm back down as far as breeding goes now, but that is a very pretty marbled salamander. releasing this little girl back under her log, I'm going to take a second to show you that I am not flipping this log back over on top of them, even though that's something I sometimes have to do. Generally, I like to find a little space next to the log and let them climb back in there themselves so that there's no risk of them being injured. Then, as always, just making sure, even though I am almost certain that I put this log down back exactly as I found it, we do want to push the leaves in a little bit into the side to preserve their moisture seal. So I have concluded, after sticking my hand in and chasing them around, that these little things swimming in the water, as they are very long compared to any tadpoles we would be seeing around here, and Davis and I have seen them before, are larval salamanders. I'm assuming larval marbled salamanders, but I really don't have any way of knowing that. There are definitely ways to tell, but I am just not familiar with those ways. Don't plan on familiarizing myself with them, but if I stick my hand here, we might be able to see a few swim up and about. So I can kind of see them all move about as I walk. But this area is full of these little larval salamanders, and I'm certain that some of these are little frog tadpoles, because I mean, this is an area that's almost, to my knowledge, devoid of predators, at least like reptile wise. I've never seen very many predatory birds around here, and other things that in my mind would be the main source of predation for animals such as frogs and salamanders don't really seem to occur around here. And I'm actually assuming that that's because of this place's proximity to people. Alright guys, so under this next log was a little slimy salamander, and I think there may have been one other, but we're not going to mess with him right now. We only really need one of these guys to show y'all. I don't know if we're going to get any pictures of this guy. This guy's moving very fast, and he's smaller than the last one that I've seen under this particular log, but I would like to tell y'all a little bit about these guys. They are a plethodon species, and they're very cool. I love this kind of starry night pattern. There are a bunch of species that are completely genetically different, but they basically look exactly the same. And they serve the same function, which in this case is to cover my hands in slime. Whenever they are stressed and feel like they are being predated, that little tail there releases an incredibly sticky slime that will dry on your hands and become impossible to remove for at least the next couple of hours. I'm not exactly certain what it's made of, and that is something I intend to look into more in the future, but I think these guys are really cool, very cute, and very pretty. So we're going to go ahead and put him on top of this log, and if he doesn't run away, which he isn't, we might try to get a picture before letting him slip right back under that log there. Oh. Yeah, we'll let him go. I didn't just lose him down a hole. There is a little slimy salamander digging around up in here that we just slipped. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I assume y'all saw him briefly. Oh, that is a separate one entirely. Come here, you. No log is ever too small. Unless the one that was over here managed to get all the way over there without me noticing, which is entirely possible. There goes to show, no log is too small. But this right here is another little Mississippi slimy salamander. See, I almost said western there. I'm still obsessed with the ones we found in Branson. But yeah, this one's slightly bigger than the other ones we found. Once again, giving me that nice little slime. Look at that little starry pattern on them. I think that is so gorgeous. And, you know, people get really, like, bored with these because they're so common. Like, you will find so many of them. But I think they're great. And of course, there's... Alrighty. Well, we didn't find much. I did see, like, one other slimy salamander, but there were no cottonmouths like I was hoping. And I have to get back to school pretty soon because Blaze will be done with soccer also soon. But maybe I will have enough content in other things to be able to make a video in which y'all will see this for this weekend. So we're at my spot in Springfield for what is, oh, my camera's hoping to see something, because nighttime over here hasn't really been producing, but maybe we'll see something during the last couple hours of daylight leading into nighttime, because typically when I get out here, the sun's already been set for like an hour and a half. Maybe the sun's still being out right now might help a little bit. There's a low of 30 tonight, so I have no idea what that means for everything, but we're gonna try to see something before it gets too cold. Further, I wanted to film this flip clip because I flipped this already, but right under here, in that corner, this board is finally produced for us. There's our first snake of the day, a little baby cottonmouth. It's a great reason why you gotta watch those hands. Obviously, I'm always super careful when I do this, but many times we have flipped things and underneath there have been cottonmouths. And if you're really not careful, you can get bit by these guys. So that's something to watch out for. I do have my camera with me here, but I think I'm gonna go get my headlamp and try to light this shot a little bit better. You may remember You may remember under here last time we were here, there was a little rat's nest, and they're all gone, and this guy's looking very fat. Now, rats aren't a super typical prey for these guys, so I don't know if he was the one that ate them, and they might have even just matured and moved out on their own, but he's under here, and he will probably spend the night under here, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that little man just chilling there. Right there, little bullfrog.